Everyone thinks they already know Farrah Fawcett. They think they know the smile that lit up posters on bedroom walls. They think they know the hair that seemed to move before she even entered a room. They think they know the image frozen in time. Young, perfect forever. But what people are suddenly talking about again is not the poster, not the hairstyle, not even the fame. It is the woman behind it all and the quiet sadness that followed her from the start of her life to the very end. Farrah died, believing she had finally been understood. That fight to be truly seen may have been even bigger than the cancer that hurt her body so badly. Today, many years after she became famous and years after she passed away, her name is back in talks, headlines, and quiet arguments. New facts, old secrets that were hidden for a long time, and fresh looks at how Hollywood treats its most famous women have brought her story back into the open. People are starting to see that the icon they loved was also a woman who paid a heavy price for her beauty, her drive, and her choice not to let anyone own her. Before we go any further, if you've ever looked up to a big star, if you've ever thought fame keeps people safe once they make it, just pause for a second, like the video, subscribe to the channel, not because you always do, but because you really respect her story. Because this is not just about old memories. It is about understanding what it really costs to be someone no one can forget. Farrah Fawcett was born into a world that did not promise her anything big. She came into the world quietly on February 2nd, 1947 in Corpus Christi, Texas, far from Hollywood lights and fancy events. Her real name was Mary Farrah Lenny Fawcett, a name that sounded soft but also careful. She was the younger of two daughters in a strict, very religious family where everything had a routine, obedience was. She did not act careless or like she deserved everything. She carried herself calmly, shaped by Catholic rules and what her family expected. Yet under that calm outside, something restless kept growing. When she got a scholarship to go to the University of Texas, it felt like a safe middle ground between her dreams and doing what she was told. She went thinking she would study science, something proper, something that would make her parents proud. She joined a sorority. She tried to fit into normal college life. She told herself this was enough, but life does not always wait for permission. A photo of her started spreading outside the school. It caught the eye of people who knew how to spot faces that could sell. People who saw a chance where others saw danger. Nice words turned into ideas. Ideas turned into real offers. Suddenly, a world she never pictured was looking at her, asking her to come in. Leaving Texas was not exciting. It was scary. When Farrah decided to leave college and move to Los Angeles, she did not have a backup plan or a sure thing waiting for her. She did it with just a suitcase, a lot of unknowns, and a belief she could not explain to anyone back home. It shocked her family. It let down people who wanted her to stay safe and predictable. It was the first time she picked herself over what others expected. Los Angeles did not make it easy for her. She got turned down all the time. Casting rooms all looked the same after a while. People looked at her and saw only how she looked on the outside. She took small jobs, commercials, extra parts in the background, anything that paid the bills and kept her name out there. She lived carefully, always knowing one bad choice could send her back home looking like she failed. The business tried to decide who she was before she could figure out herself. When she posed nude early in her career, it caused a big negative reaction right away. Some people called it brave, others called it stupid. The judgment came fast and hard. Farrah felt exposed in ways she did not expect, not just her body, but her feelings too. The experience made her wonder if she had already ruined her future before it really started. And yet that moment showed something important. Attention, even when it hurts, has power. Doors started opening slowly, even if they did not want to. She was noticed whether the industry liked it or not. Her looks became her way in. The hair, soft and layered like beach wind and Texas sun, started to find a whole time before she even planned it. What casting people once said was too sweet and clean became something they could not ignore. The public loved it. The world decided who she was faster than she could handle. But behind all the growing attention, Farrah stayed really shy. She questioned herself all the time. She missed home. She missed things being simple. Her parents worried she was losing who she really was to a place that swallowed people up. She tried to get away once. She went overseas, hoping distance would make the noise stop. Instead, it made her feel even more alone. Being admired in a new country made her feel more cut off. She realized then that running would not keep her safe. If she was going to make it in this world, she had to face it straight on. That choice changed everything. When Farrah came back to Los Angeles, jobs started coming in bigger waves. Commercials kept coming. Her face became something people knew. She said no to offers that did not match what she believed in. Even when money looked good, she refused to let them shape her completely. Even as pressure grew, each no cost her quick chances, but it built a name for her that she did not yet see the value in. The start of her big story was forming quietly, built on being strong instead of just looking good. What no one could see back then was that the same things that made her famous would later make her feel alone. The same business that raised her up would later punish her for wanting to have a say. The same love from fans that put a crown on her would later take away her privacy, her calm, and her safety. Farrah Fawcett was not born into sadness. She walked toward it slowly, without knowing, believing that being brave and talented would keep her safe. They did not, and this was only the start.